Yo, salute everyone. Salute. Good evening. Knicks Real Talk pregame preview. Knicks don't believe in magic, man. Knicks down in Orlando versus the Orlando Magic at Amway Center at 6 o'clock today, man. So we're going to get in here and get it popping, talking some Knicks stuff for the day, man. Get ready to get into the pregame hype and all that good stuff. Salute to everybody out there. Hope y'all having a beautiful Sunday, man. And wherever you at, man, we ain't here just about to get it popping. Me, Shaw Powers, hopefully KJ get in the building later. But salute to the chat, Keith Turner, Tim Smith in the building, Shaw Powers here with me, man. We're going to get into it. Break down a recap from yesterday. Knicks lost 119-101 yesterday. Defense wasn't in the building last night. Salute my man KJ in the building with us. But Obi Toppin did have a good game yesterday, man. Quickly had a good game. Evan Fournier had a decent game. But other than that, the defense didn't show up last night. So we just going to get into it, man, and get it popping, man. But salute to everybody, man. Peace to the God of Allah. Wise. Salute to you. What's going on, fam? KJ, what's good, my brother?
Ravon, Shah, salute. Knicks Real Talk family, salute to y'all. As we all know, we 4 games in, 4 games left. It's going to be like this right now. It is what it is. I'm excited about the offseason. That's what we get into right now. So I'm excited about that.
Right, Sean Powers, my brother, it's good.
Salute Divine, salute KJ. I'll be on in 2 seconds and stuff. Salute to the chat, where it's at. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. Salute to everybody, man. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoying your Sunday here, man. Ready to get it popping. Knicks down in Orlando tonight, man. Going up against that young Orlando squad. Hopefully we get to see a lot of our young guys get it popping today. Hopefully we see the last game yesterday. Obi Toppin had a nice game. 20 points, season high, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He was in his bag doing his thing. Had a little scare, but he's not injured, so that's good. But other than that, man, all around, our defense just wasn't there. Darius Garland and them guys ran the muck yesterday, so we had to take one L in the Garden. But still, we got to see the young guys play, man. But we got a lot of injuries as well. Deuce been out, Grimes was out. Let's hopefully these guys might be questionable today, and they can get in there and get it popping, and get a chance to close out the season, playing some valuable minutes. Let's see how that go. But I'm excited about today's game, man. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of youth going on. We know Julius Randle is going to be out for the rest of the season. They're going to shut it down, and all that good stuff, man. So, we won't see Julius Randle and everything like that. I was hoping to see KJ. yeah, right, Mr. Hey. In the building. Yeah, man, but you won't see Julius Randle for the last 4 games. They're going to shut him down, which is cool. So you get to see Obi Toppin, man. It's going to be a big 4 game for him. He had a good one last night. Hopefully he can rebound. Before we get in all that Nick talk, man, just let me get a shout out to my North Carolina Tar Heels, brother. We in the national real talk.
Salute to you.
Yeah, man. My Tar Heels is up in there, man. Salute to the Tar Heels.
That's right, Divine.
Yeah, congratulations, man. We sent Coach K home early this year.
Sure, yeah. That was a good game.
Yeah, well, they was getting it, man. They go against Canada tomorrow night. So that was good to see, man. And in Connecticut and Dawn Staley in the South Carolina. That's gonna be a crazy game as well. Dawn Staley got them South Carolina girls playing hard. So salute to all them as well. But yeah, man, the Knicks 4 more games, fellas. What can we say? Salute to Sister China. Salute to you, China, pal. You know what it is, Sister. Salute,
China.
Yep. We got 4 games left. Start to count tonight, man. Season, you know what? It seemed like a long season, but it seemed like it wasn't a long season because I'm gonna miss some Knicks basketball after these 4 games, man. I'm like, oh man, but my Mets will be in the building, but they ain't nothing like watching some Knicks basketball. But it's that time of year when you get out and enjoy the outdoor weather and the fun. We won't be in the playoffs, KJ. But we can look forward to the off-season moves, the draft, the lottery, free agency, hopefully trades, whatever. So I still think we have some Knicks content to bring out here and get to the people for sure.
Hey, listen, we all look. We got the sad face. The sounds is bad right now, but you know what? We got another season to come back to it. All we can look at it is what we had this season and what we're going forward with it. But these last 4 games, let's just play basketball, man. Like, give us something to root for. It may not look as good, but you know what? We know we got another season coming towards us. So let's just go with that, and hopefully, I'm hoping that this whole Knicks team will be a whole different team next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be different, man, for sure. I think so. I don't know how many changes they're gonna make. I don't know if they're gonna make a wholesale bunch of changes, or they're just gonna critique the roster and tweak a little bit here and there. But I think it's gonna be definitely interesting to see, man. But I have to evaluate the season this year. Like I said, we had some good moments, some bad moments, some ups and downs, peaks and valleys as usual. But I'm looking forward for them guys to add and multiplying to this team next year, man. And just build on the positive, destroy all the negative stuff that was on the team, and hopefully coming in with a different vibe and get ready to get this thing popping. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to the last 4 games, actually, because I do want to see these young guys. I think we might get to see Ferry and Hunt.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think Westchester finished their season last night.
Yeah, they finished this month. Yeah,
and the kid had 18 and 10. Powerful. So we might see him come up and play behind Obi Toppin, for the last 4 games, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. But other than that, man, like I said, we're gonna recap the game last night. It was like we just wasn't in it. The defense wasn't there, bro. They gave them 119 points. That's definitely not what we do. The Cats shot 54% from the field, 44% from 3. I mean, they was doing it, man. So it was a tough loss for us. But like I said, we did get to see Obi Toppin get it popping last night. Manuel quickly had a good game, 17 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. Obi Toppin 20.4 assists, 4 rebounds. RJ didn't have a good game at all. He allowed to have one every now and then. Fournier had 19 points. So that was about it, really, Bosco-wise. There wasn't nobody else really doing nothing. Todd Gibson had 8 points. Ryan Archer-Cicindo had 5. He finally got a little burn. But other than that, it was really a down night, KJ. So I think we bounced back against Orlando. We do owe them a butt whipping, though.
Talking about Orlando, the first game of the year. We remember that one. That probably was our first loss of the year, I believe, or second loss in.
Yeah, something like that.
They came to the Garden and whooped our tail. And you know what? It's one of them things like, should we have drafted their point guard, Greg Anthony? So at the time, and it's one of the things like looking at Darius Garland last night. He's a young point guard. And it's like, man, my man was looking like the second coming of Steph Curry out there last night against the Knicks. And it's like, how come the Knicks can't draft one of these guys? They always talk about they're too small, they're too short. But you know what? I was a short point guard. But you know what? One thing about us short point guards, we're very crafty and we know how to get that ball to you. The shooting to come to you. So my thing is, we got to take a chance. And it's one of them things, guys, where I'm looking. It's like point guard. That we need the point guard bad. Like I'm tired of this not having a guard that could do all the other things these young guys are doing. We need that person on the New York Knicks badly, and we just don't know who it is. Could it be in the draft? Could it be in the NBA? Who knows? But hopefully the person comes next year. And to me, that's probably the biggest thing. And I said this yesterday too. That's the biggest thing we need right now is a point guard on this team, a bona fide point guard, young or veteran. Doesn't matter.
I think right now, hopefully hopefully over the offseason quickly can establish itself. I think if we have a great offseason, work hard and go in there and put the work in, like Alawa said, quickly looking better every day, man. It might be his spot to lose, but we'll see. It's interesting stuff. But you know what? I wanted Cole Anthony in the draft. I was like, I had wanted him. I was like, man, listen, they need to go ahead and get Cole Anthony right there at 17, whatever. You can make a move to get up and get him, but I'm not mad at Grimes neither. But I do think that that was something we possibly could have had. But I'm looking to see that, Lawad. I think that's going to be a good matchup, man. I wish they started him quickly tonight. Just let him start tonight, man. Let Alex Bergson just chill and come off the bench. 3 games left. Let them cats play some basketball, man. And because I would love to see that Obi Toppin, RJ quickly in that first unit with Mitchell Robinson. Because I think quickly gets to the lane pretty good. I think he finds them more than Alex Burks does. So I would love to see that. I would love to see quickly get in the starting lineup for the last 3 or 4 games. And maybe just to see how it works with him, RJ, Fournier, and all these guys, that they're going to be there. Because I do think that he makes a big difference in that point guard situation. But, we didn't get to get guys like that, man. But, I think we're going to make some move this year that might acquire some. But, for that game last night, the defense wasn't there. Our staple and our identity just wasn't there last night. And that had nothing to do with Julius Randle, because the last 2 games against Cleveland, Julius Randle was there. They still cooked us. So it had nothing to do with Julius Randle. You know what I mean? I put that out there now. Just that they regarding them guys. They was in it. We wasn't. And it was a matinee game. Knicks still seem like they never can get up for these matinee games. You know what I mean? And always since I've been watching them. So I think that's what it was with that, man. But I do want to see these guys close up the season with the young guys, Child Powers, and I'm hoping Grimes and McBride can get back before it's all over, man. At least the last 4 games, they was questionable tonight. They wasn't ruled out, but they was questionable or something of that nature. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that, Divine. That we should have probably started IQ tonight. It seems when IQ plays, Obi plays a little better as well. They have a good connection together, and they look for each other a lot. So I wish that we could have sat Burks down, or at least started him in the second unit. But it is what it is. Last night's game, I think we just ran out of manpower. We only had like a 9-man rotation. And I think they more on the lines of running out of manpower. I think that's what was more so of what happened to them. So tonight, hopefully we can probably see Deuce tonight. Hopefully tonight we could see Grimes tonight. And hopefully they can finish out the year. End out the year. And my damn cat is this new cat. This new motherfucking. All right. And yeah. So yeah, so I hope
the cat about to be the point guard next year.
I see, man. He all up in everything, man. He don't know how to act. So, but yeah, hopefully we could do something this year. I mean, hopefully we see these guys coming over here and get these guys acclimated into these last 4 games and see if they can do something real positive.
Yeah, real talk. Just to answer Alawi's question, he had Alawi. He had a knee issue. Him and Grimes and McBride had knee issues. That was the report that I read. So I don't know how severe or how severe it is, but he did have a knee issue, and that's the reason why he didn't play last night. So that's pretty much what's going on with that. But like I said, at the end of the season, I want to see these cats go in there and just have some fun with it, man. Win or lose, you'll go out there and play hard. And like you said, Shot Power only had 9 guys or less last night, man. So
yeah,
really couldn't really do too much with energy wise. And I could see it had, like I said, between that and the matinee game, it happens. And but you know what? The thing is that you take the positive out of it. You've seen Mitchell Robinson playing decent. You've seen decent. Mitchell Robinson ain't played too good. I think he only had 2 rebounds and 7 points. But you've seen Obi Toppin, which is important. It's so important to see him play that we got to figure out what we're going to do with Obi Toppin in that Randall situation. How that's going to go into next season, whether we're going to have Obi Toppin on the roster, whether we're going to do the Julius Randle thing. So it's important for him to showcase what he could do, and he did last night. His energy is amazing, man. I just think the Knicks miss stuff like that when you see a guy get easy buckets like that in transition, can hop over the average player out there, man. And I think we got to keep an eye on Obi Toppin to make sure that he get the credit he deserves, man. I think that's why I said these last 4 games start today. I hope he go down there and just get it popping, and go ahead and had to get the Knicks brass something to think about in the off season. KJ, and I think it's going to be important for that to happen. I think he's one of the biggest things that we got to really look at next year besides Mitchell Robinson. We do got him for another year, but what are you going to do with him? And I think it also ties into the Julius Randle factor as well.
Right. Hey, Devon, you're absolutely hitting it right with Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin has a lot because there are a lot of guys that we passed on that are actually right now better than him when he got it. Obi Toppin got drafted with the 9th pick in 2020, I believe. After him, you got guys like Emmanuel Quickly, Tyrese Maxey, Sadiq Bey, Desmond Bain. The list goes on and on of guys that were drafted at Obi Toppin that are a little bit better than Obi right now. So Obi has a lot to prove to his Knicks franchise because those players I named, we could have used those players ahead of time. A Sadiq Bey. Imagine if we had him right now. So you're talking about a guy that put up 51 points this year in Detroit. So it's the jury's still out on him. Is it in New York? Is there a lot of pressure in New York? Absolutely. We see the older gentlemen that come here, and it's a lot of pressure. New York is a pressure cooker for anybody, young or old. So my thing is, they here, they're acclimated to the city. They're city guys now, no matter where they from. He's from New York City, so he should really be ready to roll. So my thing is with Obi got another year to prove that he could be a turnaround player. And let me tell you something, if it doesn't happen next year, the Knicks will look to move him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's interesting to me, man, when I watched the game, I watched last night's game and things of that nature, he got a skill set there. He got skills. It just once he put it together on the defense end, the 3 balls starting to look better now. I just wish that he would have had more minutes to really, really get down. Because it's hard playing behind Julius Randle. You got to give Julius Randle 30-something minutes. You're a basketball player. I don't know how many guys are basketball players, but it takes takes time to get in a rhythm. You know what I mean? You don't develop a rhythm just by playing 2 minutes, 5 minutes here and there. I mean, it's a basketball is a game of rhythm, and you got to be able to be on court and get a steps of minutes to get a certain flow and a certain rhythm to yourself to get into the game. And I just think that he missed a lot of that this year because of the murders of Julius Randle and RJ doing it and Fournier there. Then you got Taj in the there. So I'm hoping that these 4 games he get to really show what he could do. Shaw Powell, if he can do that, and then that's going to, like I said, to give him something to think about going in the offseason because they can't deny the man got a talent. You could see that from the eye test. I think going into all season, he got something to work on. But I think the man come back next year even better because that's what it's about. It's about getting better. And I think him and Quickly, I was listening to the guys in the press conference, and that's one of the things they talked about, like getting better in the off season, working harder. And when you see guys like that, they're gonna come back better because he did in his rookie year. They came back better. So I think he'll do that this year as well.
Yeah, the one thing about Obi Toppin that is exciting to watch is he's uber athletic, and he's one of the guys that we will need to have on this team. Athletic guy that stays on the court, and the names that you mentioned, KJ, the Sadiq Bays and Extra and all that stuff, they were getting out there putting. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they're playing more than 25 minutes a game. And this is not what Obi is doing. This was one of the first game. I mean, one of the few games that he's played high minutes. The first time that he scored 20 points. But I believe if he could get out there with a little bit more time on the court and stuff like that, I believe with his uber athleticism, I think he can possibly be in the range of scoring 17 to 20 points a night easily. He's always running, he's always jumping, and once he that connection with him and IQ gets the maturation between those two get a little better. Him also with RJ Barrett and the players, hopefully Cam Reddish next year, looking for each other, playing with each other, stuff like that. I believe he's going to be I think he's going to be someone to keep here for a long time.
Yeah, I agree as well. I really think they know it. Like you look at a lot of these guys that KJ was talking about. Look at the situation they were drafted in. They were drafted to a team where they can get thrown right in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Right in there. That's why I was the same thing I was saying about when RJ got here compared to John Morant and them guys. They came in they gave the keys to these guys. Like Obi Toppin had to come in the NBA playing behind Julius Randle, whereas guys like Sadiq Bey and all these guys, they literally got thrown in the starting lineup because they was on a rebuild. They was really pretty much a rebuild for them. And I do think that for Obi Toppin, let's just hope that it's gonna work out for him in the offseason and in these last 4 games to showcase what he can do because he's uber talent, man. National Player of the Year in college. He wasn't that because he wasn't good. You know what I mean? I know it's college, but you could see all the tools that he had, and I think he'd be all right though. You're right, Alawai. It's gonna be huge. This is one of the KJ. I've been watching Knicks basketball a long time, but this is one of the biggest all seasons to me. Like Alawai said, I'd be one of the biggest all seasons that the Knicks have in a long time, man, for real. And I think that they got a lot of decisions to make, draft wise, trade wise, free agent wise. Can they wheel and deal some aspiring contract to bring other people in here? And I think that would be instant. Salute to my man John. John, salute my brother. Good to see you, man. Real talk. Y'all know what it is.
Salute John.
Man. Y'all know the brothers Ron and John. Still Knicks fans, man, with the NBA report and all that good stuff. Salute to you, John. I hope you're having a good Sunday. Real talk. But yeah, Obi got to get it popping, man. But the front office got to make some big decisions to make it well, KJ, for sure.
Yeah. So the front office, wasn't that their first draft with Obi Toppin? I believe 2020 was their first, right? So if we think about all their draft picks, right? Have they struck out on a draft pick yet with the New York Knicks since they've been here, right?
Nope.
Right. They haven't struck out. So nobody that they drafted has left the Knicks at all, right? We all agree to that, right? It's good. So now coming up this year, what we have, it's like I agree with Alawaz. I said the same thing. This is probably one of the biggest free agencies in drafts because we have so many assets coming into this draft.
The biggest.
Big time decisions to make. And it's like, think about it. If we were all in that war room with the New York Knicks, what is your move, Devon? What is your move, Shah? Depending on it depends. What is your move? are we going to trade that pick away? Depending on, I think right now we slated at the 10th pick right now because of the loss yesterday, and it could keep dropping if we keep losing these games. So just hypothetically speaking, like you would say, Devon, if we lose all 4 of these games, and now we slated at the 7th to 8th pick, and we own the first pick this year and 4 second round picks, I believe, this year coming up. With everything I just said, with the picks we may get down, what is your decision to make?
Well, to me, it depends on what they want to do. I mean, it really depends on what direction they're going for me. I mean, if they feel that the pick can be if they're going to move some of our veterans, like I say, to free up some roster spots, and if you move Julius Randle, then yeah, you might keep that pick to get another guy like Obi Toppin, or you might go get a point guard. I mean, I do think that if they're going to go move, get a little bit more youth, then they might keep it. But if they might want to say we're gonna bring in another player to add with RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Fournier, then they might take it and ship it and will and deal it. You know what I mean? They might will and deal it for somebody that can come in there and demand a point guard if it's not going to be quickly. So it's a good possibility. It all depends where they fall at, like you said, who's out there. But on draft night, I wouldn't be surprised if they got moved.
Hey,
I'm on this. 10th place or 7th place. It all depends on where a lot of balls drop. Now, I believe if we somehow, some way, with the luck of the basketball gods, jumble up and be in the top 4 picks, I think we'll keep the pick. But it also depends on what are we going to do with Julius Randle as well. Now, even if we do move from the 10th spot to, let's throw it out there hypothetically, say we move up from the 10th spot to the 5th spot. I believe, because we have I think 2 to 4 extra picks this year in the second round, and as good as the front office has been moving these second round picks around and stuff like that, I believe that first pick, especially if it's a higher pick on the trade market, I mean a higher pick to gather one of the players, depending on if they see a player that they really like, I think that pick might be adjoined with within a trade, and we'll move with the three. I think we got 2 or 3 second or 4, like you said, KJ, picks in this second round that we can probably grab a player or 2 or something like that, and also move some of those picks as well, or combine those picks and move back up in the draft. There's so many things that is going on now. Now I see Keith, and I'm going to salute Keith, because if we can move up and we can get this guy Ben, I always met man. If we could get something like that, yeah, I think we take that pick. We take that pick and run with it, because he's a big, can shoot, point guard, 6. I say he's a guard. I'm not so sure if he's a point guard, but he's a guard. Big, 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". He can shoot the jump shot. He can drive to the ball. He's uber athletic, and I like that pick there. But it's so many things. If we stay at the around where we at now, 10th, I think we package that there, take that pick and package it with some of our guys that we got that we're trying to get to move on from, and go that route with it. But it's so many things to say. It's one or the other. That pick, we may not use that first round pick. I don't think the second round picks, we may put it together and get one of them.
Right. So
yeah, KJ.
So for me, it's 2 things. For me, it's more of the need. The need is point guard, right? I know I'm drafting. I want a point. If I'm drafting a point guard, but it's a point guard that can come play right now, and the only guard I really see on that lineup is Purdue, Ivy. It's the only guy I see. I would trade up for him for whatever team has that pick, and give him the bait. Give him, hey, I give you all my second rounders in the first round, along with X, Y, and Z with Noel. I'm sorry, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little feedback going on, but I would trade up if that's the key. Other than that, I would also trade all those picks to get my man from Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, you know what's interesting what they're gonna do with that pick. If it's still 4 on the 10th or something, because of my boys is in there, trade it all the way down, go get my man Love from North Carolina. That's go get my boy Love from North Carolina. That's what I'm talking about. So you know I'm going, my man. Hey, he killing it in the tournament. 30, 28, 23. I mean, yo, that boy got heart, man. He ain't scared to knock it down from nowhere. So I love my man Caleb Love from North Carolina. Go Tar Heels. Y'all know I'm in the building. North Carolina, we over here. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting what they do with that pick because it can go in the package like a lot of I said. I think we might trade the pick.
Right.
You know, because we do got a big young squad. We got a lot of young players, and you know, and you might have to move some of our young players. And I do think, for me, I think McGrime is the one that I would definitely be on the Knicks. I would love to keep McBride on the Knicks. I don't got no interest in even moving that young man or trying to trade him. You don't find guys could do it the way he do it, who could be like he can and shoot the ball. But it's rare that you get a lot of them out there who on the defense side of the ball can do this thing and can shoot, got a stroke that's like no other. And I think that's one guy that I would love to keep around. Obviously, you want Cam Reddish to be around, but then you look at the Sims and the McBrides. You just never know what might happen. That might have to go in a trade package. You know what I mean? To get the guys we need up in here. You know, but it's going to be a very interesting all season. This is the biggest all season for the Knicks by far in the last so many years. Other than the R.J. Barrett draft, now you go into this year with a first round pick again. We in a lottery again, and you got, like you guys said, we got second round picks. All these guys are not going to be able to play on the Knicks. That's
too many.
You're not 5. Even though it shocked me last year, I didn't think it would happen. But we kept all our draft picks. I didn't think that was going to happen. We kept McBride, Deuce, Sims, and Rokas. And he's overseas, but I didn't think the Knicks were going to keep all of them. I'm like, this year, now we're in the same situation. Are we going to be able to keep all these players with the preferable young guy we already got in the organization already, and with the emergence and maybe Farian Hunt coming up, you might get to see him play another couple of games. You know, so it got to be some willing and dealing, unless you're going to push them back or trade them. But don't get me wrong. If we get up in that top 5 and somebody fall that we think can make a difference at the power forward or a wing spot or the point guard, is not a lot of them there, like Canal said. You know, what do we do? But I'm good either way. I believe the front office is going to make the right decision. But cause like I said, if you move from Julius Randle, then that's a big if. But maybe it might not even happen. A lot of these guys might not even get traded next year. Knicks might say we just had an injury plague year. You're gonna run it back again. You know, but if Julius Randle stays, then you got to go get another wing or get try to get a point guard, because it'd be, you know, I think Obi Toppin might. I just think if Julius Randle stays, Obi Toppin, I don't know. And much as I want, I just think that I want Obi Toppin on the Knicks. I think the young man is that good. You know what I mean? But it's a tough decision, KJ, Powell, because of Julius Randle.
Yeah, you know, the urgency is there right now between us, the fan base, us podcasters, and just the media in general. And as the years in the past, where if you go Knicks, we keeping GMs for 5-6 years with no problem, and Dolan's not coming down. But I'm pretty sure them talks Dolan is like, listen, man, y'all got to make something happen, and that's why Leon Rose and World Wide West got a lot to prove this coming draft. They gotta make the decision quick, man, because we're getting frustrated as fans. We don't want this. We do not want this anymore, having these inconsistencies years. We got players coming in. We don't know who's who. Point guard, we haven't solved that yet. So for me, I'm looking for a big overall, whatever the case is going to be.
Yeah, 19 Con said the trade with Randall to Portland. I mean, no, the sign and trade meant for Brunson. I heard that Dallas heavily going after Rudy Gobert. They want Rudy Gobert down in Dallas bad. So you never know how that go. You know, red alert. Our biggest problem is paying Parrish, my man. Salute to the whole chat anyway, man. Salute to all y'all, man. I hope y'all having a great Sunday. And make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe. Thanks for coming in. Knicks Real Talk, Ron, Shy Powers, KJ, the chat, everybody wherever you're streaming from. We appreciate y'all checking out the show.
Okay, Paris.
Yeah. You know what? We still got time for that. I do think that he still got another team. The next year, he got a year left on that deal. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I heard, and Keith, I heard that as well. I heard that he said he want to stay in Dallas. No, I didn't see the Ryan. Did anybody see the job Ryan? Who is I don't know who Ryan
Oh,
is.
yeah, the other guard, Arsenio, Ryan Arsenio for the
Oh,
Knicks.
Ryan Archicindo. Oh, Ryan.
Arsenio, yeah.
Okay, yeah. He was playing a tough man. He's a pesky little dude, man. He definitely brought out that Jay Wright Villanova energy in him. Yeah, he was pesky the other night. Real talk. So yeah, that's what I mean, man. We got so many things to deal with in the off season and so many decisions to make. But I think we got some good decisions to make too. It's not a bad thing. I think the good is that we got enough decisions where we can go here or this way, go that way. It all depends what the organization want to do. But I think we solid though. I think we're pretty solid right there, Chop Howard. I just think we just got to critique it a little bit. I critique it a little bit now. Whether Randall stays, whether Fournier stays, if they stay, you just got to bring some player that's going to a point guard that's going to excel this team and take too much of the pressure off of Julius Randle to handle that ball all the time. And I just don't want to see that all every time you go down court post game. We keep that's what I love about the Obi Toppin situation. Yeah, they did. They got spanked last night. They did, bro, for real. Kansas gave it to him, man. But yeah, I think that with the way Obi Toppin and the way the Knicks playing last night, I love that energy and that movement, man. That movement, that ball wasn't stagnant last night, and I really liked that, man. I'm hoping they can continue that next year.
Yeah, some of the things we got the Knicks thing just has so many things that we're looking to see from them this year. Listening in the bedroom, listening from the bedrooms and not making the move in the bedrooms, the best plans that they're having. We really have to look at them this year to see what they're going to do and how they're going to go about what moves they're going to make. Are we going to move on from Fournier? Are we going to move on from Julius Randle? Are we going to lose the pick that we have in the first round, depending on where it's at, stuff like that? And we got some good moves to be made. We got to look at big things happening, So that's me.
Yeah. Hey, Shy. Don't worry. Hey, that's that. Listen, that's that Nick Real Talk new effect we got going on right now. That's something y'all don't know about. So hold on. That ain't no feedback. That's a new effect we got going on. So we can't show y'all what it is. Anyway, so that's just something this is something that the show was going to happen. There's things that we got going on in the new year. When have you ever heard a sound effect like that on Nick's Real Talk or any podcast? Salute the shot for the sound effect. Hey, but listen, hey, Devon, what's the one biggest thing positive thing that you would take from this year, from this New York Knicks squad?
The positive thing that I take from this year, the emergence of R.J. Barrett, the emergence of Manuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson almost getting back to his form. Wow. That would be my biggest one right there. The emergence of R.J. Barrett, Quickly's maturation, definitely Quentin Grimes. I want to say, and the biggest thing I got to throw this in there was being able to trade Kevin Knox and the Charlotte pick to get Cam Reddish. That probably would be my top of the food chain would be the RJ and the Cam Reddish deal. I think to get Cam Reddish for a player who wasn't even playing in the rotation, who was on an aspiring deal, and to give a Charlotte a low 31st pick, which is not going to be a low pick for Charlotte, to get Cam Reddish was one of my bigger ones.
Right.
I feel emergence of Hernandez. I think the emergence of Hernandez was pretty good to see this year. The maturation of RJ players this year. And remember this guy,
yeah. I think you might have to go out and come back in probably.
Okay.
Yeah, KJ. Take that spot and he come back in. That would be mine. Mine would be Cam Reddish. Okay. RJ had the maturation, Cam Reddish, and Quickly out of definitely the top three for me.
Right. So my point is saying that if you put the Knicks on a weight scale, right? Does our good outweigh the bad if you had to go from here to here?
I say good outweigh the bad. I say
Right.
good outweigh the bad. I definitely, because I do think that in the process of having a injured plague season, COVID, we got to see what it can be in the future. We got to see a bunch of future young guys that could be able to do this thing. We got to see where RJ Barrett going to be in the next couple of years. You cannot just because the man had one bad game the other day. Don't take away the whole month of February, 25 points a game. A month of March, 25 points a game. Came into his own. So yeah, I mean, one bad game don't change my judgment on RJ Barrett. I love his improvement. I love the way he could he elevated his game. The man got a chance to average 3 more points a year, which is 20 points a season, 14 first year, 17 last year, 20 this year. That's elevation. You know what I mean? And that's one thing I'm really happy to see. I hated that Cam Reddish took that fall because I really want to see what he was just starting to come into his own with the Knicks. Finally starting to understand Tibbs' system. You're starting to get more playing minutes, and the man lost. He got hurt on a good defensive play. He tried to block a shot, came down on his shoulder, but that was one thing that was impressive to me. But just some of these young guys getting the burn and Cam Reddish coming here.
All right. And Shy, back to you on the whole. What was your one biggest take this year from New York Knicks? That's positive take that you'll take from this team.
The way the team moved this year, the way they work together, the younger guys, the way they want to strive for a bigger season. I think that finally us putting themselves together with the young team, I think will be a better look for the next year to come. Hopefully we get Reddish back this year to see how he works out, to see Reddish, RJ, IQ, Grimes, some of these guys that are young. I think one of the biggest things for me is to see how this young team that we have that I haven't seen in such a long time get together, join together, build some camaraderie together, and get that playing together. Hopefully we can hold on to Mitch, and we see what moves that we can make aside from that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, absolutely. What was yours, KJ?
For me, it's the emergence of Deuce McBride. I've been saying that since we saw him in preseason, summer league. The defense. And shout out to May 4th, man. You're right. February 7th was probably the greatest day in the world. You know why? Because February 7th is my birthday. So, yeah, my thing is, and I told them, I said the only way I'm wearing this suit again back on the stream, I was going to go to the Knicks. If the Knicks would have made the play-in playoffs and we got a game at Madison Square Garden, your boy KJW Vince was going to Madison Square Garden with a tuxedo on, and I was going to come on Knicks Real Talk just to keep my word, but that didn't happen. So we got that's here and there, there. But for me, the Deuce McBride. I know point guard. We've been saying it, and you look at a guy like Darius Garland next year. Again, Devon and Shy, you guys make great points with some of the guys like Sadiq Bey, Cole Anthony. They got time. Obi Toppin didn't have time, and all we want is a person to play. Now we know how Tibbs coaches these guys, so we know we're going to see this guy. So even if we do draft a new guy coming in, that's say we got your boy Caleb Love out of North Carolina or Ivy. We're not even sure how many minutes he's going to play if Tibbs is coaching his team.
Facts.
So my thing is, if we know Tibbs is this type of guy that is not, and even if he drafts a veteran, brings a veteran in, we don't know if he's going to play him like that unless he's an impact player like a Donovan Mitchell. And this is why I think the Knicks are going to go real big hard. Big and fast because quick. They're going to go real quick because Tibbs, the way Tibbs coaches his team, he's unpredictable. So we got to bring the impact play in if we lose one impact player.
Yeah. Salute to my man, Dan Freeman. Dan Freeman, appreciate you coming in, my brother. Salute to the whole chat. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all on fire. Keep it coming. You know how we do. But salute to my man, Dan Freeman. Yeah, IQ is definitely something to really keep an eye on, for that point guard. But I do got to say, Quentin Grimes going to be on the Knicks, being the Knicks, bro. I just think that if he wouldn't have got derailed with that knee late in the season, he was just starting to come into his own. Anybody could knock down shots the way he knocked them from and the way he knocked them down. But in that Miami game when he launched some threes to get that game, that was the biggest game of the year for me when he came in and dropped the trades in Miami. I'm like, okay, this man got hard. He going up against a solid defense like that, and he ain't wavering nothing. He just was like, dude, let me get it. Quickly got in the ball in that spot, and when McBride got in the ball in that spot, he just knocking him down. And with a lot of the determination and gut and grit. So I do think he's going to be one player that will be on the New York Knicks roster out of all them young guys. I think Quentin Grimes is going to be here. I just think that he has what it takes to play in this league from a 3-and-D perspective. You know, he could D him up. He could shoot a three. He could D him up, and that's a lot of good stuff to have, man. I think IQ is going to be here to stay as well, unless they go in a blockbuster. You know what I mean? And that you gotta to give him. Yeah, you're right, Malawad. He is the real deal. But you know what's interesting about that? If you were to do a Julius Randle trade to Portland, I got a feeling Damian Lillard gonna want IQ. Damian Lillard like IQ. I mean, I seen a tweet he threw up there a couple of games ago about IQ. And you know, he been probably, you know, IQ been picking his brain, learning things from Damian Lillard, man. So, you know, it's interesting to see how that would pulling out. But I think IQ Grimes. I think IQ and Grimes, McBride, and you know, I don't even consider Cam Reddish, but I mean he's not a rookie. But them four guys, I would love to bring back Cam, McBride, quickly. Did I get that right? Deuce, and Obi if Randall's here.
Yeah, and you know what, Devon and Shy, we have to be very careful for what we wish for too. Again, just say we turn the keys over to RJ Barrett, right? Now, RJ Barrett just had a bad game yesterday, right? So what if that continues? And then our young star, who we're trying to build up, we do almost the same thing that's happened to Julius Randle now, and then he wants out. So we got to be a little careful for what we want and what's best for the team. But at this point, we got to roll the dice and go with our gut feeling. And again, it's one of them things where this could be executive of the year decisions making up. It is going to be executive of the year, because if the New York Knicks change their season around next year, these guys are going to get different looks, man. Tom Thibodeau will be the savior. You know, RJ Barrett, like we told you about. So it's a lot of questions that's going to go on, and it's going to be interesting. Very interesting to see what's going to happen with this team next year. And I'm looking forward to it. I just hope they strike out big. I mean, they strike big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, I agree with you on that, man. Because the Knicks wasn't even really 100%. Like they almost had Cam in a trade packet at the deadline. So I mean, you know, he's not even guaranteed to be here. Plus, they know they're gonna have to extend him as well. But I do like his talent. I just got to see more of it. But I think the kid could play though. He could play some ball though. He could play, but the Knicks ain't guaranteed to sold on him yet. And we'll see how that go. You know, Keith Turner, I agree with you like that. But I think what you could do is you could put RJ. I think we could put RJ with somebody. You know, just like we did him and Randall. I think you get the right piece with RJ. And like I said, the man 21 years old. I mean, I can't lose sight of how young that young man is. He just to be able to start buying liquor. But he's so young, man, and to be in the league already 3 years and be that young. Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, and here it is. Every year he improved. You know, now if he would have, you know, been different, to me, RJ Barrett would have been like 13-ish. I mean, 14 in his rookie year, 14 in his second year. No, every year he got better. And I just think he had that type of drive in him. I just think he got that type of work ethic. Him and Quickly and Obi Toppin, what I know about them, they do got a work ethic that takes going to carry them to the next place. But we had to see how it goes, man. And then that's bad, because that injury that he suffered, man, you know, it wasn't like it was just a freak injury. The man went up for a block shot and fell over somebody, you know, and I think that just was a real freak accident right there, man. I think because he tried to be a defender and try to prove himself, he just, you know, with a freak accident, you know what I mean? And that's how Mitch used to get injured. That was the same way. Mitch had like torn Achilles, other than a foot injury just recently. A lot of his injuries was just smacking the rim with his fingers, broke his hand. stepping on somebody's foot. You know what I mean? I was like, man, thank God it wasn't like no ACL, the MCL, and all this stuff. So let's hope that this cat can. Yeah, I agree with you, Canal. I like his talent, man. I really like his talent. I think the man got a skill set. He shoot the ball better than RJ, but but RJ got a downhill game. But to me, it's second to none. When once a referee respect RJ Barrett, and I'd like to see RJ get a little bit more verticality. So when get work on his vertical guys. So not because he had to dunk, but when he go up for a shot, he can get smacked on the arm instead of get smacked on the body. I think he need to get his vertical up just a little bit. So when he go up in the air, maybe the ref see the guy smacking him on his arm, opposed to hitting him with the body. He never getting them calls because that dude missed about 3 or 4 calls a game just from the refs. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes, man. But it's gonna be interesting all season. Shout out and KJ, it really is.
I want to say this. That there's a chance that we do push to sign RJ maybe this year, but would anybody be a little objective against RJ playing the year out next year and offer him something as he being a unrestricted free agent next year?
Say that again now.
If they have a chance to sign RJ this year to what they call the max contract, would you be opposed to letting RJ play this year out and see where his ratio is, where his stats and everything is before you give him the big contract?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that, not at all. Let them play out. But because you know what, we got to also take it in mind too. Get a good point guard around RJ. You understand what I'm saying?
Point guard around everybody.
It's harder to really judge these Knicks until we get a bona fide point guard around RJ Randall and Mitchell Robinson. Because could you imagine if you had a pass first point guard who could see RJ sprinting down the lane when nobody else hitting the ball in motion, instead of just throwing the ball at the top of the key, clearing out and letting them go down the hill. You need a point guard who can find these guys in the spots when they moving, like they throw in the screen and they do a backdoor cut or something. Alex Burkston can't find these guys. But you get a point guard who's a think first passing point guard who said, wow, I just seen Julius Randle on the cut or RJ on the cut. And it makes it easier for them. Sometimes you need somebody to make it easier for the team. And I just think that we're missing that. And but I like I say, you got time, you got another year, KJ, to see how it goes. But I do think this team they need a bona fide point guard who can get these guys the ball like a quarterback. We need a quarterback, plain and simple. Right. We need a quarterback in New York who can find these guys in their spots, hit them in rhythm, know when to pass it to them, know when not to pass it to them, know when to point them in another direction and say, listen, you need to get over there, I'm coming here. So there's a lot of plays into that because you can't judge these guys only because what they do one-on-one. It's not a one-on-one game. And I think RJ and Randall them, that's the reason why we be so stagnant, because a lot of one-on-one
big facts.
Yeah, you got to get a guy who say, when I see RJ, I give you a wink, you go baseline, I'm going to hit you baseline. But we don't have that. So that's why it's hard. I try to judge these guys by imagining, KJ, what they had, what they could beat with a legitimate point guard. You know what I mean? Because that's a telltale sign of any team. I mean, you got a good point guard, everything else will fall in line. To me, anyway.
Guys, we've seen it. We've seen this movie before so many times. Jason Kidd was our best point guard we had in this team for long past first. And we seen what that team, 54-win team, did in 2013 with a bona fide point guard. So I'm saying it to say, if we get a real live point guard and find a way to keep Julius Randle, Julius Randle may look better, but I agree with you. A pass for his point guard is what the team needs. And it's almost like, man, we could have drafted Halliburton or got Halliburton back when they traded. So it's a lot of things that could have happened, should have happened, but we can't go on the pass. I know we like to go back and forth on what team this, that, and the fourth, but a guard, man, we've been saying that, guard. Get this a bona fide point guard. The whole team has changed. And the point guard has to keep the ball. I don't need Randall. I don't need RJ handle the ball. Put it in the point guard's hand. Let the guard handle that ball and do what he does.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's about. I agree with everybody. Nobody is saying that you give RJ $180 million. It's not that simple. It's not easy to do. But at the same time, you also got to look at where he can go, because a lot of this is projected on where he could be. And I just think that a lot of guys his age who've been in the league longest, in 3 years, 21 years old, kid. I mean, that's, to me, you know, it'd be different if RJ was stagnant. You know what I mean? Like he's 17. He got better this year. And that's what it's about. It's about 2 years from now, RJ might be a 25-point score game. He might, let's say hypothetically, RJ would start hitting 80% of his free throws, or he shoots 75 or 76% from the free throw line. Let's say if the refs start giving him a little bit more, they now that he know he's not a rookie or a second-year player, they got to give him his respect now. Let's say if his playmaking gets better, then you got a guy averaging 20-something a game each and every year. I mean, like Julius Randle averaged 24 last year. Now look at them now. But I do think that for that guy to go from 14 to 17 to 20, and possibly to go to 20 something if he just hit his free throws and work on his mid-range game in the summertime. If RJ work on his 3-point shot, his free throws, and that mid-range game and his defense over the summer, you'd be surprised what you got. He might be a 23-point scorer in the league. Think about the points he leave on the table. Think about the whole year. Look at the points that RJ leave off the board for missing free throws. Every game, that boy leave three or four points a game off his scoring. So if he master that,
you being nice, Divine. That's more like 5-7 points.
He averaged 25 points per game.
Yeah, because he goes downhill a lot. A lot of guys in the league don't do what RJ do on a regular basis. We are in a jump shooting league. You know what I mean? Real quick, KJ and Shaw Powell. A lot of guys, but RJ goes downhill a lot. You know, and that's saying something about a young man who got the courage and the go downhill and with his knowing that he's not a good shooter because he never came in the league as a good shooter. That was his problem coming out of Duke. He wasn't a good shooter. But for him to take that, work on it, last year, like I said, shot almost 40%. This year, a little, lesser scoring, but I think 3-point wise. But once he get them free throws, man, RJ gonna be good. I think he's gonna be good. I'm not one of them guys that sell salty on our Knicks players, man. You know what I mean? I believe the kids. If you got to take everything into totality, take the point guard, the Julius Randle ISOs, the Evan Fournier there, the Kemba Walker there. I mean, you got to take all this stuff in totality, and say, well, what about you had this guy here with him? Or what about this guy did this? He didn't play a certain type of way. What does it mean by opening up the court and things of that nature, Shot Power? So that's why I think we gotta don't sell RJ short yet, man. Let the man, if you don't let him play out his 4 years, then if you think he's ready at the next year, let's say next year RJ Barrett go up to the next level. Hey, John Morant gonna get his money. Zion gonna get his money. If RJ improve, let him get his money too. They like the boy going backwards. You moving forward. So that's my take on RJ. I want to see the Knicks sign RJ. I don't care what number it is. I don't care if it's whatever. I know the Knicks need to bring RJ Barrett and let him sign his extension and keep him moving forward. I think they need to bring him back to New York, Shop Powell, because we can't keep just taking our guys, our rookie guys, let them play 4 years and ship them off somewhere else. Can't keep doing that. If the man playing in New York and he can handle the pressure, one thing I like about RJ, he can handle the pressure in New York. He's an even kill dude. He won't get them tantrums like Julius Randle. He won't be doing. He might even if he going to slump, RJ Barrett stays even killed. You know what I mean? I think that's important when you got somebody who got that type of control over themselves.
Yeah, I it's some things that we have to see, and I'm on the cut. I'm on the fence about the $181 million. Do I believe that he needs it? I mean, do I believe that he could get $181 million? It is possible. Do I believe that the Knicks will offer him $181 million? Highly unlikely. Mm-hmm. But I believe there's a way to make him happy and also make the team happy. And I also think that they may look at him another year before they offer him a big contract like $181 million. I think I was saying towards the end, I think they may look another year. Now, I believe he deserves to get a big piece of change. And there's a lot of ways that he can make that money without giving him all the money up front, where he can make incentives, just like the incentives for if they were to, decide to keep Mitchell Robinson. There's a couple of things that you could get these guys and give them incentives. Now, with the incentives, this gives them something to strive for, this one to reach for, because if you get your flat salary for the year, but you make the playoffs, you make your top 5 in block shots this year, You know, you're doing 9 assists a game or something like that. You're double digit scoring some. You know, so many incentives that you can offer these guys to go along with their contracts, where they could still get a lower amount of money, but still make the money that they want to get. So I think that's one of the ways that we could get to it. Like this year, RJ will make, I think, $10 million, $11 million. You can give RJ the $10 million this year, but say, RJ, you take this $10 million this year. We want to see how you progress this year, how you come off the thing, and we give you this incentive. Make the All-Star team this year, and we'll give you X amount of money. Score another 7 points from your 21 points this year. Make it 25 points, 26 points. Average 8 rebounds a game. All these things that you could give incentives to make this guy get more money but pay him less, you know, can actually work out great for the team and for the whole team. Because the way I see it with this team right now, the guys that we can sign right now will be signing almost around the same amount of years for the team. If we sign RJ, if we sign Reddish, Obi, I believe, is going to get ready to be signed soon. IQ will be in his what is his third year next year?
Mhm.
Third year. So he has almost another year before he gets ready to get paid. If we could keep these guys, if we could sign Mitch for, you know, the next 4 years, all these guys will be getting paid on the same line. So this way our cap space will stay the same. So this way we can, you know, it's so many things that this team can do right now to make the team stronger and also make the team better. And I hope that's what they do for the all season this year.
Right. Yeah. Yep. I'm looking at the top salaries in the NBA, like the top 50, whatever. Like the 40 for the 31st down. Obviously, Chris Paul 30 million. Gordon Hayward 29 million. Jamal Murray, he worked there. Brandon Ingram is 29. But then when you get down, like I said, you got De'Aaron Fox 28. Kyle Lowry, he's the 40th highest paid player at $26 million.
He 35.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Brown, 26. So yeah, you look at John Collins, 23 million. I think RJ can get John Collins numbers. He putting them numbers up. Buddy Hield got 22 million. I think RJ can put up Buddy Hield numbers. I don't have a problem with that. Not only his numbers, I meant what he mean to the team and what he could do on the rebound and the passing and the defense, things like that. Gary Harris, Atlanta, 20 million. Danilo Gallinari, 20 million. I mean, these guys is not RJ Barrett anymore. And I think RJ Barrett better than half of these guys I just called out. You know what I mean? Because of what he could do on both sides of the ball when the team is really playing well. For some of these guys, like, you know, I just think that he'd be all right no matter what we give him. I think they can take care of him because I think the guy gonna be that good.
Right.
I'm just trying to look at it from not what he did the first 3 years, what I think he's gonna do moving forward.
Right.
I think RJ Barrett is gonna be a special ball player once he mastered the game. RJ Barrett, 21 years old, been in the league 3 years. He hadn't even mastered the NBA. Basically, he just started to learn the NBA and master it. All the nuances. It takes time to get to a certain level. Unless you just that gifted, unless you come in there, you like over gifted. You know what I mean? Where you was born with it. I mean, he's the type of guy who had to work to be better all his career, and he getting there. So I think, I understand that absolutely, Tom. I agree with you. They earned that money. They not absolutely. I agree with you 100%. But that's what I'm saying. I do think as he get older, that's what I'm trying to base it on. But time RJ get 23, RJ gonna be good. He's good now, but because he's gonna be able to learn the NBA more. He's gonna be able to master the NBA more. He's gonna understand certain things. I don't, you know, I know guys got better later in the years. I mean, I remember some guys took them a year to learn these certain things in the NBA. It's you know, you never too old to learn. I'm saying, you know, you always get better.
True.
You're never too old to learn. I mean, it all depends how much work you put in. I mean, hey, you know, you might get an F on your report card this year. Next year, you might wind up with A's. It all depends how much work you put in. Now, RJ Barrett is a worker. That's the whole point about him. You got to take it all in totality. It'd be different. He was a stagnant dude. RJ Barrett he want to be great, so he got the mindset to be great because he want to be. So I think you got to. Like I said, RJ Barrett going to the all season. I guarantee you that man working on free throw shots and that 3-point shot and that mid range. RJ Barrett will come back here next year killing. I'm gonna tell you why. he's one of the few players in the NBA I see, like LeBron, and who can get down court at will. He gets to the bucket at will. Whether he make it or not, it's different than doing that and only shooting jump shots. You know what I mean? No, he could do both of them. So he's learning how to be a multi-dimensional player. It takes time, but he's getting there. You know what I mean? For RJ, like I said, you can't deny the maturation. The numbers don't lie. Like KJ always say, the numbers don't lie. 14, 17, 20. He's not going backwards. He's going frontwards. Just like Julius Randle. Julius Randle started when he was in LA. Numbers always increased every year he was in the league. Now look where Julius Randle at. That's the same thing that's going to happen to RJ. He's just going to keep getting better and better and better. And he's going to learn some other parts of the game. He's going to learn how to do it. I think he's good. But, yeah, whatever he get, I hope the Knicks keep him. That's what I'm really getting to, guys.
Facts.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Just keep him. I don't care what. Just keep him.
The man was born on June 14, 2000. He's only 21. He'll be 22 this June, right? You get that man a 4-year contract. He's 26 at the time, right? So what you're paying for is what you're projecting that he's going to become. So I will give him that money. That 4-year, $100 million, I might do it. I will do it. Because at the end of the day, at the end of that contract, the man is going to be 26 years old. Young guy that we're projecting to be better. So I would take a gamble on that for that guy. But also one thing I wanted to get into, guys, we get a call from the New York Knicks. Nick Real Talk family gets a call from the New York Knicks, right? They want us to come up with something for the jersey for the New York Knicks, right? If the New York Knicks were a rap group, what would the name be? It could be anybody. Who you going with, Devon?
If the New York Knicks was a rap group, man, that's
and it's gonna go on our little patch. Who you pick in chat? I want you guys to type in it could be any rap group. It could be today, it could be years ago, it could be from 90s to the 80s, it doesn't matter. Who you going with?
Wow.
That best describes the New York Knicks. You gotta be creative.
Well, you have to find a rap group who always switches the players, the rapper.
Hey, go ahead. Just on top. Who you got, Devon?
I can't go, man, because I can't compare them to the Wu because they don't got enough talent to be the Wu-Tang Clan. I know that for a fact. They don't have enough talent to be them.
That'll be hot though. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but they ain't hot enough, bro.
All right.
They got players, but they ain't got the skill set that them boys got. You know what I mean? I'm a spitter, so you know I gotta pay homage to these cats. Let me see. Because it gotta be more than 2 or 3 guys too. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about the whole team. Wow, you gotta give me a minute. I'm gonna let somebody else.
I like the Shy. Who you got, Shy? I like the Wu-Tang Clan though.
I'm sitting here, rolling my eyes back to try to think who I would put it as, because I'm thinking of a song that this group would also have sung to make it, bring the Knicks into fruition. I had to sit back and think for a second. What you think? Guys,
guys, come on, man. Listen, Devon, you a spitter. Shy, you in Staten Island, man. Come on, I'm a Jersey cat, right? So I'm gonna take y'all way back, man. We're gonna go back to Sugar Hill Gang. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. Yeah, I'm trying hard not to lose my head.
That's Grandmaster Flash in them.
That's what I'm going with. Because
that's Grandmaster Flash in them.
That's not Sugar Hill Gang?
No, that's great. That's 5.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. So who's Sugar Hill Gang? Sugar Hill Gang, yeah.
Rappers Delight.
Rappers Delight. All right. Listen.
Chicken in my chicken.
I was thinking about that song. I'm like, this song could be nice for the New York Knicks. Mm-hmm. They pushed this because we close to the edge. We trying hard not to lose our heads, right? You know what I mean? So
yeah. You can give the Fury 5 MCs, Melly Mel, and them. I got you.
Yeah.
I would go with a Tribe Called Quest.
I thought Tribe Called Quest too. I'm sitting in my head saying Tribe. I was trying to think of a song that Tribe Called Quest would represent more of the Knicks.
I just wanted to mix them.
Bonita Applebum. Let me see. Who got the Jazz? For the Tribe Called Quest. Low in Theory. All that
Low in Theory was my joint.
Yeah.
Even Scenario too.
He said Roberto said cool in the game.
You got the slick Rick. Hey, that's a good one. Yo, your top 5 rappers that go from guard to center on the New York Knicks. Who you got?
Guard the center. Well, for my era, it had to be Melly Mel, Rakim, Nas. I hate to say, even though it was more of a group, but the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D, people underestimated how nice he was with the skills. But you got guys, and then I also got to throw in Raekwon the Chef and Ghostface. I mean, them boys was like, so yeah.
So that would be your starting five?
Definitely my starting five for me definitely would be because the eras I grew up in would be Melly Mel from the Fury 5, Rakim, Nas, and I'm gonna have to go with you got to throw Biggie and them in there. You got to throw. It's a lot of dope rappers there, but just my personal favorite ones. I'm gonna have to go with Raekwon the Chef. And let me think somebody outside of Wu-Tang because you could put all them jokers in there. And I'll go Kool G Rap.
Oh, bro, hey, Shy, you going Shy on this one?
Yeah, I could put. I'm putting Run, DMC. That's the Run and DMC gonna be my point guard and my shooting guard. My small forward would be Big Pun.
I need a 6-man too.
My power forward would be Biggie Smalls. And I think if I finalize it with I'm gonna go a little I'll say Jay-Z. I say Jay-Z with my sense and my 6-man, yeah, I definitely gonna have to throw Rakim in there.
And you need an energy guy too.
If that's the case, then we're gonna put Busta Rhymes in there.
Right. So look, all right, so look, here we go. This is my top 5 rappers, right? My era, right? My era, who I'm going with, who I think. Right, that I think would be nice on the New York Knicks. At my point guard, give me Tupac, right?
Mm-hmm.
At my shooting guard, give me Nas. Give me Jay-Z at the 3. Give me Biggie Smalls at the 4. Give me LL at the 5. Now, the reason I say LL is like 6'6". If y'all don't know, Jay-Z is about 6 foot. LL is about 6'5", 6'6". And look, the ladies love LL. My seats is gonna be packed in the garden all day. I'm a businessman. I gotta go with what I want, right? That's top 5. I said Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, and LL. That's unstoppable lineup right there. Then
salute worldwide.
I like Busta Rhymes, but I'm gonna give you from the 80s. I'm gonna give my man Biz Markie.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's my energy guy. Yeah. He gonna come out and perform. So I just wanted to play around with, but you know what? Yeah, Cam is a nice baller, but we going with the top 5 of who we think. If you put Cameron against that top 5, you see what happened with the locks.
I forgot about the locks too.
I got to throw Jadakiss in there too. You right?
Yeah, Jadakiss is fire.
Dead or alive, he said, and that verse joint, they wasn't dipping in that set.
Yeah, Cam was a baller. You right?
He was a baller though. Yeah, yep. But yeah, that was a good one, man. But hey, man, listen, that's fun. But like I said, we're gonna be interested to see what the Knicks do going forward, man. We're really in a good segment, man. Real talk. Wait for Tupac is not invited to nothing New York. Nope.
He from New York. He from New York. What are you talking about?
He sure is. He sure is.
Yeah.
He was hanging with Biggie and all that.
Come on, May 4th.
Dear Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made some dope songs, man. He made some real dope songs, though. Yeah, he just went out there and they got caught up in all that other stuff, but he definitely from the borough. But yeah, man, good segment, KJ. Real talk.
No
good. Yeah, man, but I'm looking forward to the last 4 games of the season, man. Let's go get it, New York. And 19th, I got Iman Shumpert.
Well, he is a rapper.
He is a rapper.
He can rap, though.
He's worldwide. Nas, Jay, Biggie, Jada, and all my. That's tough.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. I ain't mad at that.
Hey, me and L on the same. Hey, L, only thing I like Jada too. Jada gonna come off the bench for me, but I like Jada too on that one.
I had to put Run DMC in there, man. I had to put Run and DMC in there, man.
Yeah, they changed the game too. You know what
I had to put them in there, man. I had to put them in there. Plus, I seen them. I'm a little old. I've been to Fresh Fest back in the days at Madison Square Garden. if you can last through a fresh fest without getting stabbed or shot, you all right. Back in the days.
You know what? And he was another nice MC, man. His freestyle. I remember one time I was listening to Funk Flex when I was up that way, and he had ODB on Funk Flex, and he was doing a freestyle. I mean, ODB just shut. I mean, I was like, this dude is bananas, bro. I mean, he had ODB on there, and ODB was on Flex that night. I mean, I'm sitting there, and he shut that shit down. I'm like, okay, man. So salute to RP to my man, ODB, man, old dirty boy. That boy was he had that crazy unorthodox style I loved about him, and he was crazy. It was real nice. Yep. But yeah, man, good joint, man. Like I said, Knicks down to land in a few minutes, man. And they could go in there and get it popping. I think Obi Tower will be starting tonight. I don't know. I could do that quite quick, man. It's hard to even deal with a segment after when KJ dropped that bomb right there.
Yeah, that was a good one right there.
Let's go over these things right quick. Let's go real quick for the New York Knicks today, man. RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, Alec Burks, and Fournier State lineup for the Orlando Magic. Brad Dinkins, can't pronounce that name. Kuma Oki, Mo Bamba against Mitch. That's going to be a good one. RJ Hampton and Cole Anthony. That's going to be that's why I wanted Quickly to play tonight. I want to see Quickly go up against Cole Anthony. Injury report for the New York Knicks. Grimes is out. McBride all questionable. Farian Hunt 2-way contract. He might be up. You never know.
I hope he come up.
Cam Reddish and Derrick Rose. They got a lot of guys now too. Cole Anthony, Toe, Schofield, Wagner, all questionable. Bobo, Foot, Carter, Jonathan Isaac, and Jalen Suggs all out. Man, so the Knicks will win that tonight. I don't know what to tell you. But that's why they should play. They should play the bench tonight, guys. Don't even let them play them seniors tonight. Man, our starters, man, our veterans. Let's let the young guys run them up tonight. I think that'd be a fun thing to watch tonight, man. But I'm looking forward to that though. To see you guys get it popping. Man, KRS-One.
Yeah, salute to you, Roberto. Yeah, I forgot about Knowledge Reign Supreme. Man, I forgot all about him.
Big Daddy Kane, all of Jokers.
Oh yeah, AD. We gotta do a show like this with the Knicks and the rappers. We're gonna do something all season, man. We gotta create that. I like this.
Yeah. That was a nice little.
Y'all know Devon could go.
Oh yeah, Devon.
Y'all know Devon could go, y'all. I'm not a rapper. I can't rap.
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
I got some raps that my boys sing that I can sing for you. My old school homeboys. I don't want to plagiarize or nothing like that, but I got make it sound like I got some skills.
Yeah, real talk. But what y'all think about that game today, man? What y'all think is gonna happen there, man?
Go ahead, y'all.
I think I really was hoping that Burks sat it down a little bit or came in off the bench, but I think we should have a good game today. Hopefully the other two guys come back tonight. Grimes and Deuce come back tonight. That'll make it a little bit more interesting and give the guys a little bit more rest on the bench and stuff like that. So if we can move from the 9-man rotation maybe to a 11 player. I hope this guy from the G League comes up tonight. Holmes, Farian. I hope he comes up tonight and we can at least see him on the bench or something like that. And and I hope before the end of the season is over that I hope that we can see Cam Reddish come and sit on the bench one or two games, the last couple of games for the end of the season, just so that he wants to be here. And I don't know what he's doing. If he had to go get some surgery or something like that, I don't know. I don't think they said anything about surgery, but I haven't seen Cam sitting on the bench, even though he is out. I would like to see him at least one more game before the season is over, sitting on the bench with his team.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see, man. I hope it ain't something severe. He can get back at it, and really, I want him to have a good all season, man. All these young guys, I want to have a good all season. Veterans too. I want all you guys to be able to go in the all season and just get better, and work on your craft, work on your skills, and I want to see Cooley get work on his decision making in the all season. Get a little bit more comfortable because he been doing pretty well with that, man. He right now he probably got more assists than anybody on the team. Right now, last game he had 7 and 7. 7 rebounds. 7. He been rebounding the ball pretty well too. I want to see McBride. I want to see Tibbs and let that man loose next year, man. They got to let that young man loose. You know, it's evaluation time. It's evaluation time for all these young guys with the last 4 games of the season, so they can go into the off season and take 2 weeks off. They're gonna be right back at it. You know what I mean? While they're in the playoffs, while everybody in the playoffs and the play-in, Knicks will be back on the court trying to get it done.
Yeah.
So I do want to see the young guys get in there, get a pop in the night. I hope Grimes and McBride could play, but I would love to see quickly and Obi and RJ and Mitch play that starting lineup tonight. I would love that, man. To see the young guys just go ahead and get their game on tonight and get them young guys down there.
Wow! Salute Fabian. I didn't see or hear anything about D Rose and the front office coming to an agreement to part ways over the summer. I gotta look that up. That would be something to look for. He probably wants to go back. He probably wants to go back home if he's going to play one more year. Why? You see that? You see what you says, Divine KJ?
Yeah.
Did you hear anything about that?
I didn't. I had to look at it. I seen something on Bleacher Report. I was reading, but I didn't know it would pertain to that. I think Ian Begley was talking about it, so I got to go do some more research. But if that's the case, that makes sense. It really does. You know, because I could see him going. Listen, if Chicago bring that team back they got next year, and they got D Rose coming off the bench,
on a veteran minimum.
Well, he under contract though.
Nah, if he relinquishes, what did? Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't want the Knicks to take that cap hit though.
Oh, I understand. If we release it, we would still have to pay him, right?
I wouldn't want him to buy him out. Yeah, I definitely would see him trade him. I think trade him. That would probably be a good thing, but definitely don't buy him out though. You know, I know what I would do. I would send him to Chicago for somebody like Kobe White or somebody or whatever. You know, but I can see that happen because I think that's a wide move by the Knicks. Let them go to a contender, send them to the Lakers. You know what I mean? Let them play with LeBron and them or somebody. I think that'd be a good move for you. I appreciate you bringing that up, man.
Yeah. So,
and free up a roster spot, and that's gonna be interesting to see, man. Real talk, man. So I don't have a problem with that. And I like Derrick Rose, but he could get to move on and go to somebody that's going to benefit them, and maybe we can flip it for some picks or pick it to it. Might not be a high one, but still, you know, the picks is always good because one thing about the picks is not going to eat up no cap space. If you just send Derrick Rose somewhere for a late first or a couple of seconds, so
yeah.
I know money going to be involved and everything, but you know, if we can get somebody to kind of get a player in here that help the Knicks, and I don't got no problem with that, but by any means.
And that's what I'm talking about. I was going to say that too as well. You know, obviously, I just want to see the young guys the rest of the way. Burks and Fournier, I know they're going to play, but give me the young guys. But as far as Taj Gibson, I said, you know, next year I think Taj becomes a coach.
Yeah, I think
Taj is going to move to that bench next year. That'd be great for the young core anyway. A guy that still could play, but it's time for him to go to the bench. We keep a guy like that. You know, I like
from
Taj.
New York, man. He's right here from NYC. He's right from Brooklyn, right across the bridge. Why not keep him homegrown? He's been with Tibbs all these years.
Right.
He knows these guys. We just lost a great coach going back to his home. Well, I don't know if it's his alma mater. He just left. We're going to need a big man coach. What better place could fit a spot? You know what I mean? You know, pay him half his salary that he got for this year. You know, I think he'll stay here and take that half a salary or something like that.
Yeah, like May 4 said, you think about it. If you get his spot out of here, Kemba Walker's spot out of here, and none of the well, that go 3 roster spots.
Mm-hmm.
3 roster spots. You know what I mean? And then you don't never know what else might go on with Alice Burks and them. Who knows? So it'll be real interesting, man, to see how they're gonna do this thing. And you know, it should be fun. It should be fun. But real talk, though, here we go for the chat and my boys. Knicks Real Talk, let's get it popping. Divine dropping Nick content while Shy Power the KJ events on my Friday night Knicks shit. I wear that Nick drip with flair up in Madison Garden Party. We here with the Knicks Real Talk conglomerate. We stay prominent. I'm a bit more at the Omicron variance of dominant. Paying homage to the cats, the chat, that's where it's at, because I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob and the gods up in the pod, my squad up beside my entourage. We on the job. Time for the night show. Here we go. Here's scenario. You can't stay late. Don't hesitate to wake up to the morning show. Never born so we go hard. New York City Gritty Committee that the Knicks ain't always pretty, but we all stay giddy. Because we break the fan base like the late Anthony Mace, trace a logo in his hairspace out there like Squarespace. Staring down the Chase Bay, looking at the Knicks City drip. Knicks City dance on the court looking pretty legit. We stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew. Here's a few bars, the Charlie Star, divine, I'm out Mars. Peace.
Yeah.
Hey,
what?
He said, take that.
What?
Hey, we got to go get it. Knicks, we in the building. Orlando, let's go get it popping. Knicks don't believe in magic, so there ain't gonna be no poof today. So let's go get it popping, man. Let's get this win, man. If we lose, then that's better lottery odds. But I want the young boy to come out there and get it.
And let me say, not to cut you off, Devon, I don't care about where the lottery odds. Once those balls drop, we can. If we in 7th place, we could drop down to 10th place. So let's not like it's more. We may stay closer to where we are, right? 9, 10, or something like that. But look what happened a couple of years ago. They was in 14th spot. They got the first. These guys, I think they was in 14th, and they got number 1. They got Zion. So don't sleep on where we are stated. It all depends on where that lottery ball, where the lottery ball spin around. That's why I hope this guy throw an extra 2 or 3 lottery balls in there and take a couple of three out, and hopefully this year he can say, you know what, let me. The Knicks haven't had nothing since really Patrick Ewing. Let me try to throw them a 2nd round or a 1st round or something like that.
Yeah.
It would be nice, man. But you know what? No matter which way it goes, Knicks will be all right next year. God, I believe that. I'm confident we're gonna bounce back with a better season next year. Get to the playoffs, make a little noise, man. We just got to critique a couple of things here and there, and and I think we'd be good, man. I think we just went through a season. It's good though, because we kind of got full of ourselves with 41-31. We kind of came back down to earth, and I do believe it was because of injuries. Nerlens Noel, I believe that injury was a big effect on it. Derrick Rose was a big effect on it, and the Kemba Walker situation. I just think that was just so we lost a lot this year, man. But we also gained a lot too by getting the young guys, seeing what we really have out there. You know what I mean? And let's go get it, New York. Let's get it popping. Let's go in there and beat Orlando tonight, man. And we get back at this thing on the next game. I think Knicks will be off for a couple of days. I'll let you know what the next game we got, man. Then Knicks will talk. We be up ahead, but like a worldwide L in there. Y'all make sure y'all go down there and check out the game. The brothers, Tim and Hector, and hard wheeling them down.
For the love, yeah.
So got NBK, we got everybody out here, man. This Knicks conglomerate is pretty big, you know what I mean, when it comes to this stuff, man. And let's make sure everybody do their thing, man. And but salute to my Tar Heels, though. Let's go.
I knew he was gonna say it again.
Without saying that, North Carolina Tar Heels, let's go get it. We get this national check. Hey, this is how I poured it. Where did Hubert Davis play for?
The New York Knicks, yeah, absolutely.
With Pat Ewing and them boys, Hubert Davis was a Knick, brother. So let's go get it. Once a Knick, always a Knick. Hubert Davis, rookie year, first year.
Facts.
Took him to the man. Come on, let's go get it, New York. And
what's your prediction, Devon? What's your prediction for the night?
Tonight, Orlando. I'm gonna go Knicks 125. 125 to 125, 107. 125, 107.
That's a good kick in the booty.
I just think I don't know where the defense is gonna come in that game, so I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna have to do that one, man. 125, 107 for me.
All right, I got 108 to 89. I think it's gonna be low scoring, but I think we're gonna make our average, and I think we're gonna hold them under their average.
I'm going 105-95.
Okay.
I just think they just want to be out there just playing. They both not playing for nothing. It's an organized street ball basketball game today. So 105-95.
Hey, real quick, that Wednesday game against the Nets, we got Brooklyn in the Garden. That's going to be something like some type of simulcast thing. It's supposed to be pretty big, so y'all look out for that on Wednesday. The Knicks and the Nets. The Nets going to invade the Garden. We're going to give them a beat down. Do you know it's a shame? Look where the Nets is at right now, fellas.
Yeah.
Ain't they like 9th or something like that? 8th?
Eighth.
Let
me see the Nets.
Right now they are literally 10th.
10th. I thought they would. Yeah, I thought they dropped down. I thought because I think Atlanta's in the 9th spot now.
Yeah, Atlanta in the 8th spot. Charlotte
8th spot. Oh yeah, Charlotte's in the 9th. That's right. Yeah, vice versa.
And listen, we didn't make the playoff, but we ain't the Brooklyn Nets though. 40-38 and the 10th spot with KD and Kyrie and had James Harden and all that.
Let me tell you, that's a scary 10th seed.
It is. Oh, absolutely. I tell you, I'm gonna tell you what's tough about that though. Atlanta gave them the business. They're gonna have to play the Hornets. If their defense ain't there, LaMelo Ball them run them up out of there. Y'all can see the Nets going home, man. Possible. I tell you what though, if they start clicking, then they can go away to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I don't know. I think without Ben Simmons, D-Rock's at 125-89. He talking about a complete blowout.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, but without Ben Simmons, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough for them. But man, listen, man. Salute to the chat, everybody. Man, y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for hanging in with us, man. Real talk. We appreciate y'all. Great show, great fun, great participation. The chat is where it's at. You already know what it is, man. I hope while they get sent home. If the Nets get sent home, this was a successful season for the Knicks.
Facts.
If the Nets get sent home, I'm gonna tell you, I told everybody this a couple of years ago. The Nets will not win a championship before the Knicks.
That's what I do not want them to.
Please don't.
Please.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't happening. Yeah, they ain't gonna win one for the Knicks because I thought that you can't buy championships. You got to build that shit organically. They went and bought that championship, and they ain't happened yet. So they ain't getting one for the Knicks. Knicks gonna get theirs before the Nets. Watch. But yeah, it's all good, man. Yo, salute to you cats, man. Real talk. Thank you, everybody. KJ, Shaw Powers, my brothers, man. Give me y'all last words. We'll get up out of here and let the game get popping in a few.
I mean, as always, thank you for letting me come on and share my thoughts on Knicks Real Talk. Shy, you know what it is.
You're right.
Wow. Again, New York Knicks, let's go.
Yes, sir. Shot Powers.
Salute KJ. You already know. Divine, my guy. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Let's get it tonight.
Yeah,
let's get it.
Yo, man, you guys in the fire in the chat, man. As always, May 4th, 19 Con, D-Roz, a lot of lies. Salute to everybody, man.
Facts.
19 Con worldwide launch for the love of the game, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the brothers up down there, man. Real talking, support the show. Let's keep it popping. Fabian, my man, salute. Walter White, salute. Everybody, man. Roberto, my man, salute to you. D Cool, everybody, man. I hope y'all have a great day, man. It's all good. Let's go Knicks and get it popping. And we'll see you cats on the next episode. I don't want to leave nobody out, man. So let me keep strolling. Y'all know how I do. But yeah, man. Again, Keith Turner, my man, salute. Keith Turner, Parish, King Ribby, salute. Keep it coming. All you guys, let me show.
Roberto.
Yeah, got Roberto in there.
You got him.
Yep, got the brother.
Worldwide. Oh yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, Canal. There you go, Canal. Salute to you as well. Salute to everybody, man. My man Dan Freeman. Salute to you for coming in today, being part of the fam, man. We appreciate that, man. But you cats are the best up in the chat, man. And we're gonna get up out of here, and we're gonna get a pop. Tim Smith was in the building. Frank Matos was in the building. I ain't forget you guys, man.
Salute, Frank.
Yeah, Frank. I got Fabian, everybody. But listen, y'all enjoy that game, man.
Parish.
Yeah, man. And we'll see you guys and Shaw Powell and KJ. I'll touch base with the brothers later, man. But y'all enjoy it, man. We out of here. Knicks Real Talk, KJ Events, Divine, Shaw Powers, man. Peace to the chat. Peace to everybody.
Let's get it.
Peace.